So, guess what?
What?
The Wii U had its best sales ever in December. This past December
Cool.
came out strong in the end of December.
Thank you, Smash Bros.
Well, Smash Bros, Mario Kart 8, a lot of other things too. 3DSs, everything was selling so crazy. That hey, it's going good. It's looking good for Nintendo at the end of the year, and hopefully they can have some more momentum to carry on to this new year.
Totally, dude.
Yeah, seriously. Now here's the thing though, kicker to start off the new year. Nintendo has the least games coming out for the year coming out from the first couple of months up until March in Japan, around the world too probably. Wii U has two major ones anyway, because they have they always have the stuff coming out digitally. The 3DS has 17, but really talking a little bit about the Sony tease, the PS Vita has like 39 games coming out this year alone.
But are any of them really good?
Who knows?
I mean, yeah, I can release 500 games. They're not going to be good.
Yeah,
So it depends. I like quality over quantity.
gotcha.
You know what I mean?
I hear ya. I hear ya. Nintendo is actually an interesting story that I found. Digital Foundry wrote a piece speculating that about the successor to the Wii U, and saying that they had talked with somebody in the industry that wants to remain anonymous. That they had during a formal chat with this person supposedly, that Nintendo was already accepting pitches from third parties on the hardware makeup of its successor for the Wii U. Two names were mentioned: AMD and Imagination Technologies, creators of the Power VR mobile graphics tech. With the lack of backing sources, that little aside never made it to print, but as Nintendo strives to bounce back from the Wii U sales disappointment, eyes inevitably turn towards future platforms. Virtual reality. Nintendo's going to jump on it.
Maybe.
One major thing, too, about Nintendo, they officially have left the Brazilian gaming market. So if you want to get a game from Brazil, then you're from Brazil, then that's it. Ain't no more games for you.
Wonder why.
Well, they talked about they're blaming it on high taxes, but that seems to be just one of the problems too. But they also talked about the tariffs and everything else that's on there. But there is no word on what's going to happen with the systems that are existing still there, and the eShop for the people who have purchased it and who purchased the games on that.
Well, I guess if it's already there, you can't really do anything about it. It would cost more to ship it back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the challenges in the local business environment, including high import duties, and our decision not to have a local manufacturing operation. They'll continue to distribute products elsewhere in South America, but for Brazil, that's about it.
Bang.
Yeah, plus the consoles are also really expensive in Japan. In Japan.
Brazil.
The PS4 costs about 400 Brazilian real, which is about $1,500 US, and the Xbox One is about 2,200 real, which is about $800. The Wii U is when the console launched, it was $1,899, which is about $830, which is now about closer to $700. Well, at the time it came out to reduce the price, so it's way cheaper than the Xbox One and the PS4, but it's kind of expensive still.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah. So they're out of there. Who knows? Hopefully, people can still enjoy their games in Brazil. In all honesty, because come on now. Something interesting happened too. The GameCube adapters, they were like selling out like crazy, selling for $80 online secondhand. But Mayflash or somebody, I believe it's Mayflash anyway, but I know they're known for their adapters. They have like, adapters for NES controller for PC and even for Wii and GameCube and other consoles and stuff. They've actually released their own GameCube adapter that works on the Wii U and it works for PC without having to get extra drivers like the Nintendo's official GameCube adapter. And they're selling it for way less than the adapter. I think the adapter's going for $20, the regular one. This one's probably like $13, $14.
Nice.
Yeah, because, adapters, yo. One other thing, too. Someone made a Nintendo app trailer, which, shows Nintendo's apps with, playing games on an iPhone, old Nintendo IPs and such like that, which some people said, oh, man, this is just, like, nightmare fuel for some people. And other people like, I'm okay with this. Why doesn't Nintendo do this?
It's just a matter of perspective, I guess.
Yeah, some people are like, oh, but the touchscreen buttons, who wants to use touchscreen when you have buttons? And people are like, well, hey, guess what? There's something called a Bluetooth controller, ass, and it just sparked a whole debate. And it's just like whether Nintendo's gonna do this or not, they really don't want to invest. This is like basically an investor's dream because they want this so badly. Whether it actually will happen, who knows? But this fake trailer sparked some discussion. That's for damn sure.
I mean, I don't know how I feel about it. I think that you'd be taken away from your 3DS and your new 3DS, which you're releasing next month, if you go mobile. So it's just my opinion on it.
Yeah. Speaking of, there was a whole Direct, Nintendo Direct that happened this week out of nowhere. It's like, oh, first Nintendo Direct of the year, 9 o'clock in the morning Eastern time. Oh, okay, great. Good.
I missed it.
I missed it too.
I watched it again. When they, because they put up their stuff on demand. So.
Yeah, right there immediately afterwards. And the first thing they opened up with was crazy to me because like, I wasn't expecting it because I had no idea what it was all about.
I wasn't expecting it either.
Because it was like, oh, okay, I see these like super CGI, really crazy like Xbox, PC, PS4 type graphics, and I'm like, holy crap, are they making this whole new like type of war old school type of game? What is this? This is crazy.
I mean, he did say, here's a clip from Fire Emblem.
Did he in the beginning?
Yeah, in the beginning. And then he's like, oh, let's start this off with a nice Fire Emblem clip. Or he said something about like, the next game in the Fire Emblem series, and it started out. So I knew what to expect.
I didn't expect that. I probably didn't even pay attention to that because I saw it and it started with this, and then it turns into these crappy 3DS graphics for Fire Emblem, and I'm just like, okay, what the hell happened here?
Dude, I loved Awakening's cutscenes so much.
Yeah, it's just so far it's called Fire Emblem for 3DS. that's what it is.
Awakening was 3DS too.
Well, no,
it's a working title.
Yeah, it is a working title, like a super working title. They just didn't even make a name up yet.
Yeah, they're just like, here's the next game in the Fire Emblem series, which apparently it's going to come out this year.
Yeah.
So they got to come up with a name real quick.
Interesting thing from that too. I mean, I'm not into Fire Emblem. They added a few more features in the game. But whether how they're gonna work or not, people are interested.
I love Fire Emblem, so I'm super excited for this game.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter to you what it has.
I'm playing it. Which actually, to me, one of the most interesting parts is the fact that from what it looks like, the main character is actually a dancer class, which anyone who's familiar with Fire Emblem, the only dancer that we had in Awakening was Olivia, who was incredibly useless. And the only way you leveled up Olivia was to pair her with somebody, pretty much. So if you're forced to play a dancer class, that'd be pretty interesting.
Going on from that, because they also showed the puzzle game Puzzles and Dragons and Puzzles and Dragons Mario Edition, which is a type of new puzzle game. They showed Pokemon Shuffles coming to the eShop too.
Which that looks pretty fun.
Yeah. I'm not interested in those games in all honesty.
Well,
they kind of look like Bejeweled, but kind of like a different way of it.
It's Pokemon Bejeweled, and then they did say that it's gonna be freemium too. They didn't say it's gonna be freemium, but they said the features, which is freemium.
Yeah,
because they said you can download for free, just pay for stuff in game. Like,
yeah, basically.
It's freemium.
The interesting thing that really caught my attention was the fact that they made a big deal about Wii games being played on Wii U, which is like, well, duh, you have to go through the Wii to play, the Wii U to get Wii games, duh. Well, no, they actually are releasing 3 games that are, exclusive to the Wii, but you can download them now, which was a first. Like, you couldn't download full, like, Wii games. You had to just, like, basically buy all the discs. So they're releasing 3 games, and not only are they going to be at a reduced price, they're going to even be at a further reduced price, half off that price for a week after their release.
Oh, nice.
And their first game to start it off with, Mario Galaxy 2, which was an amazing game. I like that game.
Probably one of the best games ever.
It's a regular price is $20, but since it's his first week out, it's for $10. Digital download only. That is crazy.
Nice.
Meanwhile, I bought that game for $50 the day it came out.
Right.
But I still have the game. I don't care. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Next week is going to be Punch-Out, and then in the future, it's going to be, which I think is even crazier, the Metroid Prime Trilogy.
That one's dope.
Which is just like, holy crap. And that's a hard game for people to find, which I also know now the price is probably reduced now because of that. But
they should have released Radiant Dawn and Path of Radiance.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I've been so happy.
Well, we'll see what happens, but they're gonna be released at a reduced price. So I mean, I might get that Metroid trilogy just to play it and see what's going on with that game. I don't know. I mean, I want to see what all the hoopla was about.
I liked the Metroid trilogy. I mean, I didn't play the last one. I played Prime and Echoes, but I didn't play Corruption.
Gotcha. And of course, they talked about the Kirby Rainbow Curse gameplay and saying that there's going to be more amiibos that are going to be compatible that are going to help buff Kirby, and that's coming out February 20th. So they're already announcing dates. They're already announcing dates for these games.
Yeah.
The new series of Amiibo, which we speculated on this before too, because we talked about how there's that one generic Mario Amiibo that has his hand up. He's like Mario, like the super cool Mario that we talked about.
Just chilling, not the super serious Fireball one, like the Smash Brothers one.
And we kind of speculated that maybe they're gonna come out with that, or maybe it's just that was just a placeholder because they probably had a different idea on Amiibo, and then they said Smash Bros. But no, there's gonna be a special set of Amiibos specifically coming out at the same time as Mario Party 10. But also the Amiibos aren't still going to be restricted. They're still going to be played for all games. So those same Amiibos, like the same Mario Amiibo, can still be used in Smash Bros.
Yeah. Which is pretty cool.
Yeah, and they're releasing something. Like the Yoshi, I can't stand. I don't like him. I don't like the new Yoshi. He's just upright and just weird looking. Just give me a correct Yoshi Amiibo. Stop giving me these crappy ones. Like the one they first came out with doesn't even look that great. He looks like he's just pieces of something that came. Like his nose looks detached from his body. It's so weird.
But that's the direction Nintendo's taking Yoshi now. Yoshi's not the hunches over dinosaur anymore.
No, but like the nose, like everything, he doesn't look complete. Like he just should have been whole. And then this new one, he's upright now, and it's like no.
I'm just telling you, that's the direction that Nintendo's going with Yoshi. They already said that like. He's no longer your hunchback dinosaur. He's now like your best friend chilling at your side, like hanging out with you.
Mario's still gonna ride him. Hey, they just re-released Mario Galaxy 2. You ride Yoshi in that game, which was just an awesome feature.
Yeah, but he's gonna
game.
Be upright now.
No. And they also talked about Mario Party 10, and it has 3 modes. Crazy part. And they had 2 different modes, which is Bowser mode and like regular mode. Bowser mode, I guess, boss mode, I guess. Where
Hard
Bowser
mode?
just messes you, yeah. And then Amiibo Party, which you use Amiibos as your game pieces. Which
that's dope.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting.
I like that.
But then Nintendo finally has announced it. We've talked about this before, where if you had to reuse the data from, say you had Smash Bros. And you had Mario Party 10, and you have a Mario Amiibo.
You have to delete one.
Yep, you have to delete the data from one of those games to use it on another. Which is kind of dumb, because it's just like, why doesn't data just save on the Wii U then?
It saves on your Amiibo.
Yeah, and I understand to bring it to other people's houses, but say if you want to back it up, you just save it on the Wii U. And then, because then if that, you got to restart over, you got to rebuild a character, all that.
Yeah, I mean, but like, it's not that hard, because I have trained some of my Amiibos on Wii U's already. It only takes about 2 hours maybe to get to level 50.
And then they talked about the Captain Toad and the Toad Amiibo being compatible with it, which that's cool. Just one Amiibo. Splatoon was brought into more detail. We'll link that. It's coming out in May, so it has a month. Doesn't have a day. So Splatoon hype. There we go.
Hype.
Hyrule Warriors, and it's funny because there was an article that I read earlier the year where Aonuma, the producer of the Zelda series, said to the Hyrule Warriors team, "Don't put Tingle in the game." And then they announced Tingle's going to be in the game.
Yeah.
With Young Link and other characters as well. So that DLC is coming out shortly. And then there was this one trailer that was just really, I don't know, weird to me. They were showing a new clip for Xenoblade Chronicles X. And it's still coming this year, but there was just a lot of running.
It was just them running around the world. And I was like, what? This doesn't really show much about the game.
It's like running, more running, some walking, running.
I was like, is this what this game is? Is this? Because I didn't play the first Xenoblade. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know too many people who actually did. So that's why when they announced Shulk for Smash Brothers, like, who the hell is Shulk?
Mm-hmm.
But this game just seems like a lot of running. I don't know if I want to play a game that's a lot of running.
And I think they did that to show off the scenery of the game. But then, I mean, only one scene when he jumped off, one of the characters jumped off the cliff and they showed like basically like most of the world. I thought that looked nice, but other than that, the scenery didn't really impress me.
It was all right. I mean, the graphics look pretty good.
Yeah, that's about it.
But to me, it's just like, I don't know, if you have to run everywhere like that, I don't know if I want to do that.
Just
so that's a lot of wasted time.
Yeah. Oh, but maybe a way to speed it up. Who knows? And here was another interesting thing, too. Another Nintendo first. Mario and Donkey Kong Tipping Stars. Now, you can create your own levels. You can share them on the internet. But now, here's the thing. This is going to be Nintendo's first cross-buy game. So if you buy the game for the Wii U, you could also get the download code for the 3DS.
And vice versa.
Yep, and vice versa. And also, all the stages are also compatible with each other. So if you make a stage on the 3DS, it'll work on the Wii U.
But I also think it's really cool, too, that if I make a level and I share it with Ricky and he likes it, he can give me stars, which gives me more pieces to make more levels.
Yeah, that system's actually kind of cool too.
It's interesting. So I think this game will be pretty interesting.
Yeah. Now, there's a game from the developer. Gosh, I forget the games that he's worked on before, but he's working on the game Project Treasure. It's free. It's an online game. It's going to come out at some point. That's all we know about it.
Sweet.
Fossil Fighters, which was weird because it looked like this weird Pokemon thing where you just find fossils, you bring them to life, and you fight them against other dinosaurs. That was just weird. Then Reggie came up and announced the new 3DS XL.
Yes.
Which is to say, okay, we speculated on this. We waited for it because it came out last year in Japan, and it also came out shortly after that in Australia. Now it's coming to the U.S. and UK, Europe and North America. It's coming out February 13th. Boom, just like that. But here's the thing. I only said the 3DS XL, the new one. They didn't mention anything about the
regular new 3DS.
With the interlocking and interchanging faceplates. Why? Well, Nintendo has an explanation for that, which they talked about later. They also talked about Codename Steam, which has some use of Amiibos, certain kind of Amiibos anyway.
Which is, we talked about this earlier. The only reason why I have any interest in Project Steam is because you can use your Fire Emblem Amiibos to unlock Fire Emblem characters in Project Steam. And I love Fire Emblem. And I have a certain little Marth over here chilling.
Yep.
And I plan on getting Ike.
Yeah.
Eventually.
And you can use all the Fire Emblem characters in that game. And it's like, okay, random, but all right.
It's pretty cool, actually.
And then they also talked about if you pre-order that game, like we talked about previously on the show, you can get the Majora's Mask emblem, which is like, okay, nice.
Pretty cool. It's a little pin.
Yeah, basically. Then they showed Xenoblade Chronicles 3D that is coming which is coming out in a couple of months as well. They also showed off Monster Hunter Ultimate, and then also the Majora's Mask 3D. Now it's coming out in February 13th, so it has a date. And not only is it coming out the same day, they also have the limited edition Majora's Mask 3DS XL.
No, they don't.
Yeah, because now it's sold out.
It's sold out. It sold out like as soon as the direct was over.
Yeah, and they announced the games and they showed some differences in the games and stuff, but it's sold out. But here's the kicker: people noticed that in the UK, I keep doing that. In Europe, you can get the game with the 3DS XL, the new one, but if you're getting it in the US or North America,
it's separate.
Yeah, the console's the console. That's it. Which I'm not getting it. I'm kind of confirmed. I don't think I'm gonna get the new 3DS XL only because I just feel like it's gonna be a waste of money. I spent $160 on the 3DS XL maybe 2+ years ago, and I don't regret it. I love that choice. I actually bought it on sale. The last couple of Black Fridays, it's been $150 twice, even with games. And just the fact that the XL is still like regular price, and I think it's been reduced in price now, maybe. But just the fact that the new one's going to be $200 right off the bat and is basically the same thing that I own, but a little bit more powerful. You get extra buttons, and that's really it. I don't see really a point in that. I could just still play my old stuff.
Yeah, I will be getting a new 3DS XL because I'm pretty sure that there are going to be new games that come out exclusively for it.
Like the Xenoblade game.
And I don't know. I think Fire Emblem will be exclusive to it. Maybe. It hasn't been confirmed, but I think it will. I also have I don't have a Wii U, but I have some Amiibo, so I can train the Amiibo on the XL.
Yeah.
The new gun.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sold on it yet. I just feel like I don't know. I don't know because I feel like maybe I'll buy it when it's on sale, probably later this year, because it's probably gonna be on sale anyway. But then too, I feel like maybe in a year or two anyway, the new handhelds are gonna come out. So it's like, what's the point? You know what I mean?
Whatever. Whatever. I don't care.
Yeah. All right. So moving on from the direct, individual stuff like Pokemon wasn't the biggest selling game in Japan. What it was Yokai Watch 2, which is actually gaining real huge popularity in Japan. And it's so much so that, it's kind of overtaking Pokemon for what it is. Because it's almost like Pokemon, but it's in a different thing. I don't know exactly what it's all about, but apparently it's huge in Japan.
I have no idea. Sorry.
So hopefully it'll come to America at some point, to the U.S., but I don't know, man.
Yeah, if it's a huge hit over there, I think it would be pretty popular over here.
Possibly, but maybe there's just the translation issues, or maybe just too cultured in Japan, maybe. Because you know how that works out. Sometimes there's too much Japan in a game.
Yeah.
But then again, too, Earthbound kind of had that problem. But, I mean, that was solved real quick. Speaking of the 3DS XL, The new one anyway, the new 3DS itself. There's an ambassador edition of the new 3DS only in Europe, and how people are getting it, it's just they're a part of the Club Nintendo, and it's just being sent to them.
Nice.
So some really lucky gamers are actually getting this mailed to them. And it's really cool because it's basically on the back of the logo, on the bottom half of the 3DS, it has the Nintendo logo. And then the top part, it has the old school Nintendo logo from when it was straight Japanese, the Japanese like wording of Nintendo of what the old logo used to be. It's really cool, actually.
Why can't they do that in America?
I don't know, man.
I'm a platinum member.
I would love it if I just get a random mailed from Nintendo. Like, here you go. Here's a 3DS, dude.
A new 3DS.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Europe gets the cooler stuff. We miss out on a lot, in all honesty.
Treat America better.
Nintendo explaining why the 3DS is XL is coming only. The XL is only coming and not the regular one. Here's a quote from Nintendo of America. Different territories make their own business decisions regarding individual products and timing. We think the new 3DS XL makes the most sense for our market. Nintendo makes different systems at different price points for a whole range of customers, and the new Nintendo 3DS simply expands those choices even further. So as far as it coming out in North America, we have nothing to announce at this time.
Okay.
That's it.
I guess they'd figure, why get a regular? You can get an XL.
Yeah.
America, the country of bigger things.
Yeah, I mean,
bigger is better.
But that's the thing. That's why I didn't buy when the 3DS first came out, and I liked it, and I saw the powerful system that it was, more powerful than the DS anyway. I didn't like it because the screen looked so small to me. I was like, this is like dumb how small it is. And I really waited for the XL because like I know when XL is going to come out because they did it with the DSi. So obviously they're going to do it with the 3DS. I'm just going to wait for it. And when it came out, I wanted to buy it immediately, but then I waited because, I'm broke. So any sale I could get, I'm going to get it.
That's the name of the show.
Yeah. Two broke gamers. Huh? I don't know. I just feel like, people just, I guess, really wanted those faceplates, I guess. But I don't know. I don't see the big deal in it. As far as the faceplates, because I just feel like the bigger screen, but I'm really biased. I just don't know the ratio of people who prefer the smaller screen versus the bigger screen, that type of thing. I don't know. I guess they're looking at sales numbers, because if more people bought an XL versus the regular one, then maybe that's adding a factor to it. But that's what I can assume anyway, because it makes sense. But I'm not 100% on that either.
I mean, I have a regular 3DS, and I'm just fine with it.
Now, one last thing about the 3DS, the new one. There is going to be no AC adapter for it.
And this is pissing a lot of people off.
Oh, yeah. I really didn't expect a lot of people to get mad as they are. You got to buy the plugs separately to charge your 3DS, which people, if you didn't own a 3DS, that sucks for you because you got to put more money out to buy it.
But even if you had a DSi or a DS Lite, like they all use the same charger.
Yeah, because that's the thing with me. Because I don't see a problem with it because I have at least 3 in my house.
Yeah, I have like 6.
I don't even know how you have 6.
Because
dude.
I break a lot of things.
I see. Well, how many of them work?
1.
All right, then.
No, of the chargers?
Yes.
All my chargers work.
Okay,
No.
got you.
I'm going to tell you about my DSs.
Oh, God.
No, my light broke and my eye broke.
Oh, God. Because here's the thing. My girlfriend has a DSi, and the same charger uses for the 3DS, so I use her charger for mine. And if that charger ever burns out, guess what? I just will use the one that's in my 3DS box. And yeah, the 3DS XL that I bought came with the AC adapter to charge the damn thing. Now, I have those two, but then also, if people want an alternative, I bought like a cheap wire online for like, I don't even remember how much anymore. It's basically a USB. You connect it to a computer, or you can connect it to even like a plug in the wall. And basically, it's a USB. It connects to whatever, and it has the port of putting in the charger port for your 3DS. And you put in 3DS, it freaking charges. And I have 3 chargers basically, and that's why I don't see a big deal in it. And if you wanted to go that route, just get the wire. I don't know, but people are pissed off, and it's weird to me. I don't know.
Because there are some people who not there, like they don't have a wire already.
That's true, or they don't have the console at all, and that might hurt Nintendo if there's an interest in finally getting a 3DS for some people that's not buying it, and 3DS sales aren't even that great. They might be losing more customers for saying, well, what the hell's the point of me buying a console if I have to buy an extra plug? That's not saving me money. But then again, I'm also in the group of people that say, well, what's the point of me buying the new 3DS XL if it's basically the same thing, just new buttons and hardware that really is not much of an upgrade.
Did you see the loading speed? You know how long Smash takes to load up on your 30
Eh.
on your XL.
Doesn't matter to me. It's like $200 really worth that.
Yes.
All right then.
The processing speed.
Yeah. Now we're gonna talk about random
And it has
stuff.
a C-stick.
Yeah, the C stick. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna move on from this because I don't know. Nintendo stuff again, random stuff. Star Fox Wii U is gonna be available to play at E3, which I mean,
Woohoo.
we're in January already talking about E3.
Only one story.
Yeah.
But I like this because I like Star Fox, so I think it's be pretty cool. Get to see some gameplay.
Miyamoto talking about the side quests of the Legend of Zelda Wii U. That apparently he said that players may become sidetracked with some of the many other side missions. Because yeah, Zelda's known for his side quests, but there weren't a lot. Apparently, there might be a lot. With this
Cool.
open world thing. Like,
That's
damn.
awesome. I mean, I want to compare it to a very well-known game, Skyrim.
Mm-hmm.
Skyrim had a huge open world with so many side quests that I completed all the side quests before I finished the game.
Damn.
Well, not all, but I finished a lot of them. Like I did the Brotherhood and I did the Thieves Guild. So I did a lot of the fun stuff.
Bill Trinen had talked about he had to reiterate something that that Miyamoto said, because we talked about this in the stuff that we talked from last year. He had to reiterate that there's gonna be no Mario game this generation of gaming. So there's gonna be no solo Mario game like on the Wii U. It's just gonna be Mario 3D World, which just came out, and that's it. That's gonna be it for Mario for this generation of gaming. The next one's gonna be the new Mario.
Whatever the next console is, which they're, we just said they're pitching ideas. They haven't started building it yet.
Yeah. Bill Trinen also talked about region locked. So I remember the last person that talked about region locked got restricted. So I wonder what he said. Well, here's what he said. Unfortunately, I'm not the right person to ask about it, as I'm not fully involved in the system side of things, but I'm more of the gaming side. Awada commented on recently and acknowledged that from a region locking standpoint, it was originally a solution to a number of challenges on the development and publishing side, and we need to find solutions for those to address it. But yeah, region lock stuff. He took a safe way out.
Yeah, he just said, ask someone else.
Yeah, basically. Talking about Bill Trinen also talked about Mario. If Mario Maker is successful, there might be more Mario Maker-like games out there that'll come in the future. So maybe Zelda Maker?
Fire Emblem Maker? I doubt it.
Yeah, but of course it's gonna be Zelda. Come on, now. That's the next one.
Obviously.
And especially people who are creative and can make some really cool dungeons. That's what I really like. I would really love to take some time to solve somebody's dungeon, because that reminds me of Portal 2 and even Portal, where they just created crazy ass stages for people to just figure out and do.
Definitely, that'd be pretty dope.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it'd be pretty cool for Fire Emblem Maker. Just create your own level, create your own map, have someone solve it. Pretty dope.
Aonuma, speaking of Zelda, says he wants to bring that Hyrule Warriors battle, the boss battles, to the Zelda Wii U game. He was talking about it. One aspect of Hyrule Warriors that left a big impression on me and how big the bosses can actually move across the map while you're fighting them. For example, you can have a boss start by heading towards your stronghold, and you'll attack and then follow them. That's something you really don't see in a Zelda game, because bosses are usually in enclosed spaces, so that kind of gameplay feels fresh to me. It also works really well in an expansive world, which is what we're planning to do for the next Zelda game. It's going to be really open world, so that's kind of a gameplay that we really like to incorporate. Wow. I mean, but this game's supposed to be almost done. What's going on? I feel a delay coming. I don't know. I don't know. Unless they're working super overtime in this game. I don't know.
Maybe. That could be a thing.
A couple of last tidbits from Nintendo. Gang Beasts could eventually come to the Wii U.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially if the developer Bone Loaf gets a Wii U dev kit this year. So hey now. That's a game I know you've been dying to try. It was actually on the Steam sale. I don't know if you didn't pick it up, man.
I didn't pay attention. I missed it. That game looks so fun.
New Bowser and Toad themed Wii remotes are coming to Japan in March.
Not America.
Not America, not yet. But it's got to start somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, there's going to be new details about Pokken Tournament in the future, next week actually. So we're definitely going to talk about that. January 23rd. Hopefully we can talk about that.
Nice.
Yeah, it's going to be streamed on the Nico Nico stream, Japanese service. Oh, it's going to be happening while we speak. But then again, it might be early in the morning, so we'll probably get all the details by the time we start recording.
Hopefully.
Yeah. So yeah, other than that, we could go on to just talking about Amiibos, because we all love Amiibo talk.
Yeah.
Amiibo stuff, because it's been funny because we love talking about the defective amiibos, but before we get into defective amiibos, which I think is great, we should go over amiibos being used in all the games now, which there was a new game. There was like this fighter jet type of game. I forgot what the hell it was called. That was really cool what you could do with an amiibo, which it seemed like an add-on at first because one of them was just like you add like certain things on a fighter jet, and it's like, oh, okay, that seems kind of lame. But then they showed that Bowser jet, and I was like, oh, that's awesome.
That's pretty cool, yeah.
That Bowser jet though, that was like awesome. That was Ace Combat. That Bowser one though, that was just so awesome. And then of course Mario Kart 8, Hyrule Warriors actually has a lot more amiibos. Let me see, Smash Bros, of course. Even with the new set of amiibos, you can still use them. Captain Toad is going to be using the Toad one. The Kirby one we talked about earlier as well, codename Steam. And Mario Party 8. Also, there's going to be potential for amiibo use in Yoshi's Woolly World, the new Zelda, and Star Fox. So that's just an updated list, and we'll link it to that and what things can do, basically. As far as the defective amiibos, there was a photo of a 3-armed Peach, which was great. That one I absolutely thought was just funny. Hopefully it's real. But, I mean, come on now. 3-armed Peach. That one's just kind of just classic.
It's just another arm coming out of nowhere.
Yeah. And then there was the 2-headed Marth, which I thought was kind of funny. Which was just basically, it's basically a 2-headed Marth. I guess you could say that. But the problem is, it's just a head in the packaging. It's just in the corner. It's just so weird. It's like Marth just beheaded his clone, and that's what it is.
Just chilling on the floor.
Yeah, that one's just a little weird. And then there was a handless Mario, which I definitely want to post that one too. The handless Mario is kind of funny. The dual bow Pit, which is actually kind of cool. Because Pit's supposed to have one, so for him to have two, it's kind of like awesome.
It's like Martha the dual sword.
Yeah, that one, the Martha the dual sword was kind of awesome.
Hell yeah.
And then, of course, the custom ones, which this Link one was kind of, like, lame looking. I don't know. They put some grass and stuff on it, but the way they colored in Link was kind of, like, super just lame. I don't really like the coloring that they did on it.
They tried to make it, like, mad realistic looking.
Yeah, and it just kind of failed. And then the real custom one that I loved, that I had to mention because they sold it on eBay, was this Waluigi one, which is just amazing. They've modded a Luigi one, but they modded it so much that it's just basically a whole new figure.
Yeah, what? That's just Waluigi.
Yeah,
that's not that looks like a real amiibo. So in the available of spring 2015, you'll be able to get your hands on Robin, Lucina, Charizard, Wario, Pac-Man, and my boy Ness.
Yeah. I can't wait for Pac-Man. I'm still waiting to get Mega Man. Those are the two Manzes that I wanted to get.
The Mans.
The Manzes, yeah.
I'm really interested in that Ness chilling at the bottom there.
Yeah, that Ness, though. I'm still waiting for them to talk about that Game & Watch, though. Still waiting.
You're not going to get Game & Watch for a while.
Damn it. There's going to come out December of this year.
It's going to be the last. It's going to be the last wave.
Yeah, that definitely is.
That last wave is going to be like Ganondorf,
Duck
Rob,
Hunt Dog.
Duck Hunt.
I would get a Rob, actually, considering that. I might get a Rob, a Duck Hunt, and a Game & Watch. I might have to get those three.
Like I said, that last set's going to bankrupt me, man.
Yeah, that is.
Because I love Ganondorf.
Yeah, Ganondorf.
You know, how much do I play Ganondorf?
Like Ganondorf?
Ganondorf. No, how much do I play Ganondorf?
0.
What?
Like, not a lot. I haven't seen you play.
I always play Ganondorf.
What? You always play Marth?
Because Marth is like my like try hard.
Yeah.
But whenever I'm just like messing around, Ganondorf's my dude.
Yeah. So yeah, and then somebody modded their Pokemon Yellow, lasting about amiibo, to where he put the amiibo chip for Pikachu in the Pokemon Yellow cartridge, so he can play Pokemon Yellow on his Game Boy if he ever wanted to, and then just kind of put the cartridge in front of the Wii U and boom, it's Pikachu.
Huh.
It's Pikachu! God damn it!
That's unnecessary.
People just do stuff like that. That's a thing now.
It's so unnecessary.
That's a thing.
Like, why would you? That's just, I don't understand why he would do that.
It's a thing.
Whatever.
Yeah, so
it's an unnecessary thing.
Sit for Nintendo stuff.
Yeah.